Well, welcome back. We're turning our attention to that very important matter of money. Yeah, health is important, but you know they say health is wealth, and Dr. Chinonso said wealth is health, so we need to follow that cycle. So we're talking about managing wealth or getting wealth, as the case is. If one of your New Year resolutions is making money this year, then you want to stay right here for this conversation. We have with us on the program this morning for the very first time. We're doing that for all our guests. And now, Sola Adesakin, she's a finance and wealth coach, join us right here in our Lagos studio. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you. I'm excited.
And let me say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year
to us all.
Please, is this the year we make more money?
Absolutely.
Oh, I love that.
A year to be more committed, to be more intentional about your finances. It's not going to drop on your laps. You just have to put in the work, and then you'll see the results.
Really?
Yes.
So, is there a tested and trusted route? And I just wanted to lay it bare this morning, because we know just the poverty level in our country. We know we could do with some extra cash. And that's why the government is trying to do the conditional cash transfer, because cash is really important. Even in other climes, yes, they might give them in energy credit and the rest, but extra money is always welcome. Even the richest, they say they're looking for more money. So is there a trusted, tested way to getting wealthy? I'm sure a lot of people want to hear that. So
the first thing I would like for us to know is that the journey to building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint.
Okay.
I think that's one conversation we need to have time and again. Now, we live in a world where people just want to wake up and just have a lot of money the next day. I mean, fair enough, because it's a visual world.
Right.
You know, you go on social media, you see this person on the private jet, you see this person, you know, just buy their car and just living their life, forgetting that it must have taken them a long time. So this generation, this age, people just want to make money like overnight. So the first thing is, it takes time. Building wealth the trusted and sustainable way takes time. Number two, it's a mindset. So there are a lot of things that mitigate against our ability to build wealth, our background, the state of the economy, and many things that we could say can hinder us from building wealth. But if you have the right mindset, you will get there. And then the third thing is taking actionable steps. I tell people there are three things to do to money: make it, manage it, multiply it, rinse and repeat.
What about spend it?
Manage it, spend it.
I just wanted to be clear that I did the right thing.
Manage it, spend it, make it, manage it, multiply it, rinse and repeat. Give it time. Like I said, it's a marathon. So when you do all of these things, you would have set yourself on the path to building sustainable wealth. But you said something that caught my attention, and it is the fact that, is there a trusted way? I tell people that for you to get wealthy, for you to to build wealth in the long run, there are two things. You're making money, you're spending money. The goal must be able to make much more than you can spend, so that you can intentionally and smartly use that excess. So that excess is what you would continue to put in investments, continue to save, continue to put in businesses and all of that. But I know that some finance coaches would say, just cut down your expenses. Cut down your expenses to make more money. I don't agree. Because, in a world that is ridden by a high rate of inflation, what expenses do you want to cut down on? Is it feeding your children? Is it paying your rent? So I'll tell people more often than not, I think it's easier and better to aim at making more money. And then you spend smartly. Do you get it? So rather than saying cut down on your expenses, strive to make more money. Strive to diversify your income streams. It just gets easier from there, to be honest.
Sounds like a lot of work, but the president has said we must do the work this year, and Nigerians have their work cut out for them, as we see. Speaking of trusted, and I believe another word for trusted would be legitimate. So for startups now, before we go to SMEs, those who are thinking, oh, I must start a business this year, what is the legitimate what are the legitimate business opportunities around? In the past, they would say with 10,000 naira, you can start a business, and that there are opportunities even in the most difficult circumstances. Nigeria is at that juncture at this point in time. So what are the businesses around, the opportunities that you see amid these difficult times, if you would advise startups to start up
I love
a
it.
business?
And not just startups, actually, everybody. Because we all need to, we could do better with more money. But, to answer the question, money gravitates towards value. So wherever there is value, there will be money. So it would be at an intersection of what you can do, what you know how to do, what you're skilled at, and what people need. So I'm a chartered accountant, 23 years of hands-on experience. A few years ago, I started a confectionery business because I was working at a place where there was no access to, you will take your food to work and all of those things, but there was no access to, like, you're feeling peckish and you want to quickly nibble on something. So people would complain around 11, 12, what can we buy? They would say it would take like 1,000 naira to go and buy stuff. So on my way home one day, I saw a snack shop. And I said, you know what, I want to resell these snacks. Well, what can I do? And they said, yes, we'll give you a discount. So the first day, I took the snacks from them, just being practical. And I took it to work. Within 1 hour, the office assistant had sold out. So I went back and I said, you know what, I'm not reselling. I want to learn the skill. So I learned the skill over the weekend. And that was how I started my confectionery business as a side business.
Over a weekend? You learned the skill over the weekend?
Over the weekend, I tell you.
So you made money overnight?
Over the weekend.
What a lot of people want to do.
So it was an intersection of a skill that I acquired and what people need. So when we say, what can I do? Sit down. Assess your skills, assess your talent, then listen to what people are saying. In Nigeria right now, what do people need? Luxury bags? I don't know. Food, where you are, fashion, clothing items for children, back to school items for children. So it's highly individualized. So for startup businesses who are either in business or who are about to go into business, or anybody who is just looking at diversifying and expanding their income stream, do an assessment of your skill set. Now, if you need to add on more skills, please do so by all means. You don't have control over what the economy at both national and global levels are saying, but you have control over your personal economy. And your personal economy is about what you make and what you spend. So by all means, do a skill set analysis. Do I need to learn more skills? We're in the digital age. Do I need to just stack on additional skills? Then who are the people that would need these skills? Then deploy. And you don't have to start big, just start from somewhere. Let the money come in.
I love that, let the money come in. But
amen.
So there are people who say, I'm not cut out for business. I'm just cut out for 9 to 5 or wherever we close, wherever we start work. And they say, business is not for me. But then there's this increasing clamor for multiple streams of income. So is there really a thing as, I'm not cut out for business, I'm only cut out for 9 to 5? So what happens to those people who say, see, I've tried business, it's not working. It's either they owe me, they never pay back, or I even get to just devour my merchandise and the rest. So is there a thing as that? How do you go about it? This talk about multiple streams of income.
I love it.
How do we achieve that? I
love it. You just described my life like 20 years ago, when as a chartered accountant, I thought that my only strength was my mental prowess. I could do a lot of things, and I was I'm still a brilliant accountant.
Absolutely.
And I will tell people that I don't have a knack for business. I don't love business. I can't do business. But 10 years down the line, I am a serial entrepreneur.
Whoa.
So first of all, the mindset shift. That's one. Now, number two, when we talk about business, I like to talk about the cash flow quadrant. It's a book by Robert Kiyosaki. And it says you can make money from 4 different quadrants. Number one, you have a job, you are paid a salary on your 9 to 5. Number two, you own a job as a self-employed person, whereby even as an employee, you have a side gig that you can use. For example, you can build a website. For example, I do many things. I'm multidimensional. I can build websites, I am digital oriented, I consult. So I could be on a 9 to 5 job, and then I could use my skills when I have time right, to do other things. Then quadrant 3, it says you can own a business. Now, business, let's even unbundle that word business. Many people think they're business owners. Many people think, yes, I'm a business owner, but you're not exactly a business owner if you cannot make money when you're not there. Now, business is an accumulation of systems. Business means leverage. Business means you're leveraging other people's time, resources, so you can call, like, can I mention names? Dangote, a business owner, because it doesn't have to be at the pasta factory, at the sugar factory, at the cement. People are working for him and he's making the money. So you do not own a business if you do not own systems that can work for you when you are not there.
That's tough to swallow, right? Because they're CEOs. They put CEO this and you say they're not business owners.
If you travel out of town, you can't, you have a makeup bag, you do your work by yourself. If you're ill, you're not making money. You don't own a business. You just own a job, right? I'll come back to that in a bit. And the final quadrant is investments. So you're a 9-to-5er. You don't have a knack for business. Look out for investments that can help you multiply your money. On the business doesn't even have to be brick and mortar. Like I said, it's a coalition of systems. Who can you partner with? I have the time, you have the skills. What can we do? I have the access, you have the skills. What can we do together? That's business, leverage. So if you're a 9-to-5, I bet your salary is never enough. And that happens even to the rich, because why would they want to make more money? Money is never enough, right? So if you're a 9-to-5 and you're like, I don't have a knack for business, explore investments, explore partnerships and collaborations. At some point in time in my career, I realized that accounting wasn't doing it for me. But a lot of people were like, sure, this is how you started. You're a brilliant accountant. So I partnered with a friend who has an accounting firm. We did a joint venture. I'll bring in the clients, because I know a lot of people, obviously, by virtue of what I do. She executes the job with a small team. I just tell them, this is a new client, this is a new client. At the end of the month, what have we made? That's business. We share the money. That's business. Leverage time, leverage skills, leverage resources. So look out for things that you can do and get somebody who is trusted that you can work with. And at the same time, you can also monetize your skills. You can write. Outside of your 9-to-5, your weekend, you can write books. You can do worksheets that you can sell. Don't say that you don't have a knack for business.
Wow.
You have a knack for spending money. Make more money, my friend.
Challenge. You were reading out your skill set. You said you can build websites. You said another one.
No, let's not go there. I could list out 10 sources of income.
That's you.
I coach. I consult. I'm a confectioner. I'm a conference speaker. Right, I'm a chartered accountant because I still consult for people. That's about 5. I do creatives. I design websites. I'm multi-dimensional.
Wow.
The goal is to get to a place in your life where every day something comes in.
Watch me follow your footsteps
I love
this year.
it. I love it.
Self-improvement.
I thought this was for the viewers.
That's my goal.
I love it.
Now, you talked about investment. The climate that we're in now is very, very challenging. And, I listen to some online bankers and they say, don't bother saving this year. Look for investment, because inflation is, reducing the value of your money. So what investment areas should entrepreneurs like us and entrepreneurs be looking at in order to multiply? That's one of the things you said about money earlier on.
I love it. It's been a tough economic season in the last 2 years or since COVID. And if you want to look at it, when we talk about investment, some of the rates of returns on some of our even safe investments in Nigeria do not even match the inflation rate. So literally, let's not go into proper economics. Let's say inflation rate is 27%, just an example. And the rate of return on maybe a federal government bond is 14%, just an example. So that's minus 13. The actual rate, the real return is minus, because that amount is not matching the inflation rate, just literally. But we won't say because the inflation rate is high, the rate of returns are not as high, we won't invest. You still have to put your money aside. So this is what I tell people. Saving money helps you build consistency. So you have to say, it's possible to invest, but if you have not mastered the art and the skill of putting the money together from time. So what I tell people is, put the money aside every month. Save money.
Regardless of inflation?
No, just save to accumulate.
Okay.
First of all, first level. The second level is putting the money to work, which is investment. So savings helps you build consistency. Investments helps you build tenacity. So you're putting money aside and you're putting money to work. Into what? I mean, if you have been conversant with the things that have happened in the investment world in the last few years, a lot of people have lost money. Right, it's hard, you know, many schemes, Ponzi schemes, and even schemes that didn't start out as Ponzi. So where should I be investing?
Precisely.
There are 4 asset classes: cash and cash equivalents, safe, fixed deposit, money market mutual funds. Just keep your money there. It is better to be able to access that money when you need it than looking for high returns, and when you need the money is not there. So depending on your investment philosophy, whether you want growth, whether you want returns, whether you want capital preservation, I'll say this year, keep it safe, keep it low risk. So cash and cash equivalents, number 1. Fixed deposit, like I said, money market mutual funds. The second category will be fixed income investments, federal government bonds. Now, the federal government issues through the DMO office bonds from time to time, 2 years, 3 years. They are safe, right? Safe and cheerful, safe and low risk. So you should do that. I mean, if you want your capital preservation. Now, the whole goal of this is to build your money so when you have a relatively substantial investment and good enough investment, like you build your money, you want to buy real estate, you can easily pull out that cash. The third category will be stocks, equities. These days, I mean, those are medium to high risk, but if you are in it for the long run, you'd make money. But if you are the person that, you know, you will see the stock market and like, my money is gone, I want to die, don't do it, right? So you can do equities, foreign stocks, local stocks, good. I mean, my policy is if I use you, I own you. Any brand that I use, I believe in you, I've seen your fundamentals, I buy you. Of course, another asset class is real estate. These days, you don't have to have 100 million. Sometimes you can come together, 5 of you, 10 of you, 20 of you, trusted people, right? Buy it, land, property, let it appreciate depending on what your objectives are. You know, rinse and repeat. By the time you realize it, you guys would have bought 10 properties. And then you just say, let's just hold one, you know. So those are basic things, but summarily, keep it safe. Have your cash. Cash is king. You know, have your cash in low risk opportunities, money market mutual funds. That's what I'll be doing.
Right.
But I'm a seasoned investor. I can play a bit of risky things here and there, but I really want to see my cash grow.
A couple of questions coming in right now. Apparently, a lot of people are interested in this conversation. So let me see if I can merge all of it together.
Right.
One, so there's a very easy way, or at least in the minds of people, to make money, which is betting. What are your thoughts about that? Is that the way to go in 2024? Should it be on top of people's New Year's resolution? Maybe you want to quickly answer that before I throw in the next one.
There's no way I can answer this. I mean, it is a no-no. So those who own betting companies as a business will make money from it. But you, as the better and the betty and the bettest, bet, whatever it is, it's not sustainable.
Oh dear.
You see, investment and building wealth is a predictable pattern. Do you know what that means? I put my money in mutual funds, they give me 14%, safe, predictable. But you put your money in betting, in betting houses, it's a game of chance. It's not predictable.
But some will say I have appetite for high risk investment. So I don't mind. Yeah, I can throw the money away. But the challenge is the scourge of what happens after the depression, the fact that it actually eats away at people's income naturally that you use for food, the addiction as well. So those are some of the issues that have come up. But hey, some say it's my high risk for
like I said, it's not a predictable pattern of building wealth. How many people have you seen around the world who will come out and say, I made my fortunes, I built my wealth is built. I built my wealth from betting. You make money, but you build wealth. It has to be predictable. It has to be. It's a lot of risk. And I was just going to say something, but you know, it left my mind. But anyway, if you are going to take that risk, make sure you have diversified your portfolio such that you have low risk low risk assets, and then there's something to fall back on. But most times it ends up in tears, you know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention that there's Bill Benter. There are a couple of people that they say, well, they made money, but they were very mathematical, they were very methodical, and I think it speaks to the point you're making about, you know, having a pattern to it. So if you're not like them, don't jump into it. Just quickly before you come in, Bukola, can everybody be rich? And how long does it take to be rich? This is a question that has plagued the minds of people. I am very, right? But I just want people to know, can everybody be rich? Because it's always said that not everybody can be rich, but is it possible for the poor to at least emerge from poverty and do well? Is that possible? And how long does it take mathematically?
I'm a person of faith, and the Bible says that as long as the world exists, there will always be the poor amongst you. Why do you want to be amongst those poor? Yeah, there will be poor people, no doubt. There will be impoverished nations and areas, no doubt. So can everybody be rich? Technically, I would say no. Right? No, I would say no and yes.
Okay, now.
Yes, because, listen, by virtue of different things, there's some people, I mean, imagine in Nigeria, there are people who have never been to Lagos. This Lagos that you're like, Lagos, I'm tired of Lagos. They would never get out of their small, you know, some people do not even have light in some areas. Can we absolutely eradicate poverty? Maybe no. But my challenge or my admonition to anybody listening to this is, choose not to be amongst the people that will be poor. What can you do? Number one, the right mindset about money. So money is a resource. Money is a tool to live an amazing life. And it's a game. If you understand the how, the where, the when, the making, the managing, and multiplying it. But if you're listening to me right now, you're watching this or you watch this, you have whatever it takes to make money.
Okay, so poverty or wealth is a decision. 2 quick questions before we wrap up, and I'll appreciate if you can answer in less than 60 seconds. Those who invest in Forex, those who buy dollars, are they patriotic? Is it a good thing for Nigerians to do? Some people are actively saving in dollars. That's one. 2, it's a challenging business climate. What advice do you have for SMEs who have to go through, you know, high cost of transportation, lack of power supply, you know, increased capital but less profit? Survival strategies. Investing
in dollars is a form of hedging against currency risks. I mean, if dollars was banned in Nigeria, then we'd say it's not patriotic. But even our CBN, our government, they deal in dollars. So why not, if it's part of your investment strategy, you're likely to have bills. You know, a lot of people have bills overseas. They have children traveling. Why not? So, I mean, it depends on your investment strategy and policy. If you think you want to hedge, I suggest, and I think it's not a bad one. Survival strategies for SMEs. Number one, diversify. You're doing stuff, it's not giving you money. It's time to look, you know, maybe not elsewhere, but to see how you can deploy your existing resources into other things that can make you money. The essence of business is to make money and to make profit, to be profitable. If you're not making money, you're not profitable, then you're not running a business. So diversify. Look at areas and opportunities for partnership. What can I do? Who can I partner with in this industry? And these days there are quite a number of grants actually for business owners. So be in the right circles, get financial literacy. My organization, Smart Stewards, that's what we do, providing financial literacy resources for not just individuals, but business. This is a year where you must invest in personal development and financial literacy and be at the right places. There are grants, there are opportunities, there are free trainings for business owners that can help you.
I think that's a great place to anchor. Now you've heard it, you can be wealthy, so don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Sola Adesakin, would like to thank you so much. Finance and wealth coach. That's why we brought you, because we want to equip Nigerians with all the tools they need to make wealth this year. So 2024 the year to make wealth?
Well,
indeed. I have been challenged this morning. So much to do in 2024.
Thank you so much for your time on the program.